Hi everybody, welcome to the Soul Song. This is Nina and this is going to be our weekly pick a card, weekly energy update. So we'll see what you can expect and what is the advice for you, the guidance for you. What is the energy around you during this time of the next 7 to 10 days? We have three groups as usual. This is an aqua colored shell. We have this green colored shell and then we have this purplish blue shell. So pick your pile, pick the one you're most drawn to. If you need more time, pause the video here and I'll see you in your timestamps. Hi group 1, for those of you who've chosen this shell here, let's start with some Lenormand cards firstly. Okay, so what does pile number 1 need to know? Okay, we have the dog. For the week ahead, 7 to 10 days, what do they need to know? The birds, okay. And then we have the stork. Bottom of the deck, the rider. So these are all movement cards, okay. I feel like things are picking up in pace for you. Things are speeding up. You're going to be quite busy. There's a lot of action here. Taking action, a lot of discussion, perhaps with a friend, with someone that you trust, okay, someone who is loyal and supportive of you. Could be any connection, but could specifically be a friend or a colleague or a sibling or someone like that. If you've been waiting to hear from someone, I feel like that message, that communication is going to come through. Also with the stork here, there's an improvement in your circumstances, okay. There is possibly some negotiation regarding maybe a promotion. There could also be news of, for some of you, possibly someone in your family is gonna deliver good news which has maybe something to do with a pregnancy, okay. For others of you, you are probably even making travel plans. You want to maybe visit a friend or something like that, and that's where all of this discussion, communication and planning is happening, okay. So very action packed sort of week. Let's see your tarot cards. We have Temperance, Three of Swords, okay, and the Two of Pentacles. All right. What's interesting here is both of these cards, with the Temperance and the Two of Pentacles, there's an amalgamation of two opposites, okay, and they're both speaking here about balance, about needing to maintain balance as well. There may be some, I feel that if this is with a friend or some communication or some discussion with a sibling or a friend, you have had perhaps a past situation in which they maybe broke your heart, or there was some miscommunication, or something that was said was hurtful. I feel like in this week you have an opportunity, a chance to meet each other halfway and sort of resolve that and heal that conflict is what I'm getting, okay. For others of you, again, I am seeing healing here with the Three of Swords and Temperance, but it is slow and gradual healing, okay. It could be that something that takes place during the week could be a little bit disappointing, or it could bring up maybe even some trauma from the past, but I feel like you will be able to maneuver through that is what I'm getting, and regain a sense of balance, okay. There is a strong need here for patience, for being slow to react is what I'm hearing, and also for not losing track of your priorities, okay, maintaining a sense of balance. So it could be that in your personal life there is something taking place which throws you a bit off balance, and that's where you need to bring back that sense of focus, okay. I do feel like there is support here. So if you can even, ask for help maybe from someone, it will be available to you, because I'm seeing this as a supportive connection. Okay. um the strongest message that I'm getting here is that of blending of two opposites. Okay, could be you and this other person are at loggerheads in some way, and a peaceful resolution of some situation that has hurt you in the past. Okay, and also maintaining a sense of composure and balance and calm. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Let's see other cards. We have third chakra, Archangel Samuel. We have death. Okay. No place like home. This is your advice. We have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. And lastly, soul contracts. Before you were born, you agreed to partake in specific experiences that assist in the evolution of your soul. Now, with the three of swords there, that is usually pain that is inflicted upon us by somebody that we are close to, right? It's a difficult lesson. So threes are about expansion and swords are about the mind. So somehow this experience, even though it's been hurtful, it's been painful, it has helped you evolve as a person, change as a person. Okay. And with death there and take time to breathe out, there is the ending of a situation, and the advice here is to allow yourself to process this, to release whatever needs to be released, and be open to change, because the stock indicates that you are entering a period of change. Okay. And maybe through this heart to heart conversation, or through this change of perspective is also what I'm hearing, you're able to change the equation between you and this other person, or you and this situation somehow. Okay, it could very well have something to do with family. A family member could also be going through something like this, and you may be playing this role of temperance, of helping them, of bringing them presence, your healing presence. Okay, and offering them support and guidance. Maybe you are the one who is supporting them. Okay, it's because I feel somehow I feel like your life force, your energy is required to stabilize the situation. Okay, there is a lot of, the birds can be a very chatty card, right? So it can be like there's a lot of a lot of talk going on. Could be a bit chaotic as well, or anxiety ridden. But I feel like your presence is rather soothing in this situation. So you may be put in a situation where your healing presence is required, and you're able to hold your space, not just for yourself, but perhaps for somebody else as well, is what I'm getting. Okay, it is quite possible that someone in your life is going through a huge change. Okay, and you are needing to support this support this person at this time. Okay, or it could be a general situation, some changes taking place in your family, in your home situation, and you're required to maybe juggle the home situation as well as your work. Okay, I do feel like you'll be able to successfully do this, and your advice here is tree grounding. Okay, because I feel like you have a grounding presence in this situation. Okay, it feels like also I'm getting a strong family vibe here. Okay, the tree to me is also like the tree of life, and our roots. Okay, our family and our ancestral lineage as well. I feel like this situation revolves around close relationships and you being a support system for others, but don't lose yourself whilst doing that, okay? Prioritize yourself and your health as well, is what I'm getting, okay? Let's get one card as your focus in terms of relationships this week, okay? Okay, what does group 1 need to know, need to focus on in terms of their relationships? Okay, we have tact. I speak and act with care, remembering that impulsive words or harsh tone can sometimes hurt others. If it feels like I'm walking on eggshells, I'll remind myself that those eggshells might actually be a shop full of china and I might actually be a bull. Then I'll remind myself to stop mixing metaphors. Okay. So, a bull in a china shop, right? The essence here of the message is to be tactful. And I do feel like you will be able to bring through that presence of patience, tact, diplomacy, not being harsh with your words, not being impulsive, because temperance is quite the opposite energy of impulsiveness. It's very patient, it's very grounded, it's very balanced, right? And at the bottom of the deck, we have harmony. I feel like you have a big role to play this week in bringing about harmony in your connections or in a specific person's life, or just maintaining that sense of balance, okay, in your environment, be it at home or at work. And there are some important discussions taking place which are likely to bring about a big change in your life in the next 7 to 10 days, okay? So yeah, I want to congratulate you, because I feel like people may not have recognized this side of you, which is so evolved and mature previously, but now they will see that, okay? That's what I'm seeing. So I wish you all the best and have a lovely week ahead. I'll see you again later. Bye bye. Hi group 2, for those of you who've chosen this shell, the green one. Let's take a look firstly at Lenormand, what Lenormand has to say, okay? What do they need to know, group 2, about their week ahead, next 7 to 10 days? What do they need to know? Okay, like it's this one, we have the ring. Okay, we have the whip and the tree. Bottom of the deck we have fish. Okay, so this is good. It's heading in the right direction. The reason why I say that is the tree has a healing and grounding effect, okay? There may have been some arguments, some back and forth, like arguments and conflict with somebody who you have a deep connection with, okay? The ring implies some kind of a commitment. And in this week, in the next 7 to 10 days, there's likely to be a stabilization of that situation as well as healing taking place, okay? For those of you where specifically someone may have suffered some health consequences which were bad, troublesome, painful, anyone who is, you're in a relationship with, I feel like there's going to be healing taking place again there, okay? For some of you, I feel that some ruffled feathers can be smoothed out and you can possibly rely on each other for support now, is what I'm getting, okay? There's a sense of resolution of conflict and a deepening of a connection taking place. Maybe for some it happens through a confrontation, through airing out your differences, that this happens, but eventually this is a really strong bond is what I'm getting. Okay, it's not going to be affected by these temporary ups and downs, I guess. All right, let's see. We have the Eight of Pentacles, King of Cups. This is nice. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So I quite like this. It's a bit similar, I feel, to the first group, but what I'm getting here is that whatever it is that you're tending to, firstly, if you're feeling impatient, if you're feeling, discouraged by immediate results, the message that I'm getting here is to allow it to grow. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles can imply that you are perhaps being a little bit impatient with whatever it is there that you're tending to, you're attempting to grow. It's not time yet for harvest. Okay, so think of the long term perspectives, think of the long term growth as well. And even when it comes to relationships, I feel like there is a need here to think from think of the bigger picture and think of the long term. Okay, and you will be called to exercise restraint when it comes to reacting. Okay, and the King of Cups is really good at this. This is someone who's very emotionally balanced. They don't let their emotions run their life. They have mastered that suit by going through some challenging situations, but knowing now how to harness their emotions in the right way and keep them in a state of balance and be calm even in chaotic situations is what I'm saying. Okay, so if at all you do have some kind of a conflict or argument, or there's some mess up that takes place in some relationship, you're able to maintain your sense of peace, of calm, of tranquility without overreacting or reacting to the situation at all, because you see the long term picture. Okay, it's almost like, I'm getting like an energy of a parent who's dealing with a teenager who's angsty and unruly and maybe acting out, and the parent knows that this is gonna pass, and so they don't react to this person, this childlike behavior, because they are thinking from the long term perspective. Okay, and in immediate circumstances, if we react too much, it might even sever ties. So they're being very careful and concerted about their emotional response. Okay, and it could even be at work for some of you. It could be that, but I get the feeling like you're really minding your own business. You're maintaining a sense of calm and coolness. Okay, you've got your eye on the prize, which is what you're expected to do here, because you've got something to really nurture here. Okay, and pour your energy into, so you can't even afford to get completely derailed by any sort of chaos that's happening around you. And that's like the essence of the King of Cups. He's sitting in the middle of the sea, okay, even turbulent waters, but he is really calm. So keep calm. And what does that mean? Keep calm and carry on. I feel like that's what you're doing this week. Okay, you're tending to could be a project, could be anything that you're putting a lot of effort into, without getting distracted and derailed in any way. First chakra, Archangel Michael. We have, okay, the Lady of the Harvest, number 18. Funny how I said harvest and I was talking about that, and now you have Lady of the Harvest. Okay, we have to be fair. Number 38, we have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. This is nice, I like it. Path of least resistance. When all doors seem to be closed, it is because you have not tried to open the correct one just yet. Your advice is rainbow blessings. Okay. So I feel like the strongest message for you is that there's a lot to look forward to here. Okay. For some of you, okay, I feel like if there is even let's say there is a situation, a project, for instance, that you've poured a lot of your sweat and energy into. Okay, it is quite possible that in this week you start to see the fruits of that. Okay, the idea here is to not get discouraged. Even if you're not seeing immediate results, think of the long term. Okay, and when it comes to especially relationships, what I'm getting is that maintain that sense of balance and groundedness. To be fair, a win-win outcome is forecast, which is a Libra card, and this card here as well. I feel like you're being called to maintain a sense of patience, groundedness, focusing on the prize, okay, on the long term, and not getting distracted, like I said earlier, but also trying to see something from another's perspective. Okay, and if need be, you might need to stand up for yourself. You might need to speak your mind as well, which is all right, but I feel like you're gonna do it coming from a place of equilibrium, balance, and harmony. Okay, trying to maintain a sense of justice, fairness, balance in your connections, even if you may have, like, say, a temporary rift. Okay, you're able to soothe that with your sense of calm and, very mature sort of collected response is what I'm getting. And if you've been doubting whether something you've been pouring your heart and soul into is going to reap the rewards for you or not, I feel like you're being asked to look at the brighter side. Okay, and to focus on your vision for the future and on the blessings that are coming your way rather than what's not working. So you, even if you need to make some adjustments here and there, do that, but don't do it from a sense of despair. Okay, like this has failed or anything. No, I feel like it's again, it's the long term that you're being asked to focus on growth. Okay, you have tree here. This person is also growing a plant, and after the 7 comes the 8 of Pentacles also, which you do have here. So work on and continue to bank on your skills, on everything that you have mastered. Okay, and I do feel like for some of you, if this is a project, you will need to perhaps make some adjustments, tweak it a bit so that it can bring in more rewards for you. Okay, if you're feeling dissatisfied, that is okay. If not, just focus on doing that which comes naturally to you, which does not feel like you're going upstream and this is too much work and I'm getting bored or whatever. Okay, so it also feels like there could be the completion of a cycle in your life and it is bringing in a harvest, and now you're ready to move on to something better because of accumulating those skills, those talents, and sharpening your skills. Okay, you're able to apply it in a much better fashion now, if that makes sense. You are protected. Okay, no matter what you're doing, you are protected. So don't be afraid also of trying something new. Okay, trying something different. If you're feeling a sense of resistance to what you're doing, try doing something differently, or try an alternative path for some time and see how it goes. Okay, when it comes to relationships, I do feel like you'll be able to maintain a sense of balance and harmony and fairness, looking at the perspective of the other person as well. Okay, so let's see, in terms of relationships, what you really need to focus on in the next 7 to 10 days. So many. Resilience. Sticks and stones may break my bones, and unkind words can somehow drain every bit of joy and color from my once rosy life. But nothing can ever permanently damage the real me. I love myself, I cherish myself, and I vow to remember that I'm always camped out in the depths of myself, even when I don't feel like very much of myself. Bottom of the deck, we have ownership. I take ownership for how I make others feel, and I do my part to repair any bridges I may have burned. I do feel like for some of you, you may have had some, friction with a family member or someone you were really close to, and in this week, you're able to restore a sense of balance and harmony there. It is going to take some resilience on your part to not act out, like I said, initially, to not respond impulsively. It's almost like you're being the bigger person here and trying to retain the relationship rather than throw it out the window. Okay, so yeah, kudos to you. It takes a lot of emotional maturity to do that, and I wish you all the best. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you again later. Bye bye. Hi, group 3. For those of you who've chosen this shell here, let's start firstly with Lenormand and see what's happening for you in the next 7 to 10 days. Okay, what do they need to know? Group number 3. What do they need to know? What is that? We have the moon, the ring, okay, and the bear. Alright, bottom of the deck we have the key. Always nice to see the key. Firstly, I'm getting like, for those of you who have been working on your spiritual practices, there is a strong possibility in this week that there's an elevation or a strengthening of your psychic gifts, okay, of your ability to tune in with your higher self, with your guides, whoever it is that you connect to. Okay, now with the ring here, this has something to do with a relationship. It could be with a guardian, a parent, or somebody you look up to, someone who's protective of you. Even it's overall a supportive connection is what I'm getting. And with the moon there is this sense of feelings and mystery, and also recognition that comes with it. Okay, the moon in Lenormand is a lot more positive when it as compared to that in tarot. There could be some important relationship or contract that is highlighted for you, or it could be that you are deepening your connection with somebody. It could be an intimate partnership. It could also be at work for some of you. Okay, like let's say you have your own business. This week you're likely to get more recognition, and so you're even more connected to and committed to what you're doing. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. For others of you, this could be, like I said, a managerial figure, or a guardian or someone who has some kind of authority even. Okay, so overall I see a strengthening and improvement when it comes to a relationship or a commitment. Okay, let's see your tarot cards. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, Four of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so it feels like you're taking some time out this week, and with the Knight of Cups there, this could be an offer coming your way, an offer in love, in romance. It could also be an apology for some of you if maybe you've had a fallout with, you know, a guardian or a parent or someone like that who you have a lot of deep feelings for. This could be the week where the relationship recovers somehow. Okay, and maybe you'll had a fallout because of breaking of certain boundaries. Maybe they overstepped and maybe they were being too stubborn or whatever, and you had to stand up for yourself. And this is the week where you tend to that connection, and there is a deepening of that connection, there's a recovery of that connection, there is possibly an apology coming your way, and also expression of feelings perhaps which has not happened before. But overall I feel like this week you'll also be working on your dreams, your heart's desires. What do you really want? Okay, you're going to be thinking also about how to pursue your dreams, how to do something that is creative, something that fulfills your heart, okay, fulfills you. And that's what you strongly believe in, I feel. So if there has been a situation in which somebody has not believed in what you're doing, or they put you down in some way, you're like putting your foot down and saying, no, this is it, this is what I really want, this is what I believe in, and I'm going to stand up for myself. Okay, for others of you, I feel like there may be a few distractions here and there in this week, but you're going to be able to maintain a sense of you're going to be able to be in your own bubble and focus on that which you love. Okay, on pursuing that which you love. All right, but if you've had some issues perhaps with your health, I feel like there's going to be an improvement in that sector as well. Okay, we have here honesty. You're very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. Blessed. Wow, that's nice. Number 22. We have the Temple Path. Number 12. And we have Divine Intervention. Get ready for a miracle. You are in the midst of a divine intervention. I do feel like your guides are showing you the way, they are showing you the path. If you've been asking for answers, perhaps in meditation, or when you're at peace, when you're resting, or even in your dreams, you will get those answers. Okay, if you have been thinking about maybe asking, is this the right path for me? Is it, I'm not like really looking for approval per se, but then if you've been wondering, is this going to work out if I walk on this path and I pursue my dreams and I pursue something, let's say, quite creative, which is offbeat, is it going to work out for me? And this week I feel like you're gonna get those answers. Okay, it might come through what feels like a miracle, it might come through a divine intervention, but I feel like it's going to become really, really clear to you that you are on the right path, or that this is great, keep pursuing this. And there are blessings coming your way. Okay, I want to reiterate here that you are on the right track, you are on the right path. With the bear there, keep going. Okay, be resilient and be stubborn if you need to be, if you need to put your foot down. And also, don't be afraid to dream, to be ambitious, because you have desires and dreams, and this is the week where you're being encouraged and supported by your spirit team to move forward and pursue them, okay? To stay committed to them, to your path, because you're very close to achieving something quite good, I feel. All right, and the ring there could also signify a completion of some cycle. In terms of relationships, like I said, if you've had some situation in which maybe boundaries were overstepped, or you needed to take a step back, or there was some fight or some friction, I feel like there could be like heart-to-heart conversations this week in which you're able to solidify, like I said, your connection with each other, and that is a huge blessing as well. But there are definitely some positive surprises on your way in this week, okay? Something really good to look forward to. Your advice is stone people vigilance, okay? So pay attention to your environment, to the signs, because I feel like that's how you're going to get those answers. Most of the time, that is how it works. Pay attention to, as in stay alert to also opportunities and things like that around you, okay? Otherwise, you might miss them. So, in that sense, you need to be vigilant, okay? But even when it comes to protecting your energy, I wouldn't say like be completely guarded, but maintain a sense of energetic protection around you this week, okay? If at all you feel like you're feeling really sensitive and you need to be in your own bubble this week, don't be afraid of doing that, okay? Honesty. So this is the second time we have honesty in your in your reading. This heralds a wonderful time of rooting yourself in complete and total honesty. It may seem scary to tell the truth all the time with everyone about everything, but when you practice radical honesty, you can stop hiding and start relaxing. Yeah, you are quite relaxed in your own protective bubble, in your own energy, in your own space. The best part is honesty from you inspires honesty from others. What results in a rooting, tooting trust parade? And everyone's invited. Okay. So there is likely to be some honest communication, like I said, in relationships. Maybe you need to establish boundaries with someone and you need to be honest that, hey, I really like you, but then this is where I draw the line, or this is the space that I need for myself, okay? Otherwise, I get drained, or whatever your reason may be. You don't even need to give a reason, but just establish your boundaries with somebody is what I'm feeling, okay? And if something hurt you and you're healing from that, you're recovering from that, you can probably have a heart-to-heart conversation about that as well, and together you can solidify your connection. Bottom of the deck, I just said solidify, and we have solidarity here. Okay, I'm not reading this out, but I do feel like this is a supportive connection. Maybe you just see things a little bit differently, and so there may be a question around trust, around honesty, and around a sense of commitment to each other, okay, which is being discussed, I feel, in this week. And there's some resolution that is coming through with that. So that's where I leave you, group number 3. I hope this was useful. I hope you have a lovely week ahead. Do take care of yourself, and I'll see you again later. Bye bye.